Right? You want to jump in? You want to sing with me here?
I don't. But...
You don't do the theme?
No, you're doing great.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Hey, today first of all, let's introduce the show. Welcome back to Roll
with the Troll.
We're talking about Halloween Ends.
News and rumors.
Lots of stuff. Listen, we're now only about 6 months away from this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So when it was first announced, it was forever ago. We had like 2 more movies to get through before we'd get to Halloween Ends. There was so much going on. But now here it is. This is coming. This is coming fast.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool. So listen, for me, I think I told you guys already, but let's recap. I did not think the 2018 film was all that great. I actually thought it was kind of too much of a retread of some of the sequels they were abandoning. So I really didn't particularly care for that movie all that much. But Halloween Kills is my favorite horror movie of all time. I thought Halloween Kills was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so good.
All time.
So, yeah, I think so. I maybe that's crazy, but that's what I think right now. So, anyway, now going into Halloween Ends, it's hard to say what they're going to do. It's the same creative team that gave us a phenomenal movie and a kind of lukewarm movie. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So, this is kind of a tough thing. Is like, are they going to go back to how things were for the 2018 film, and is it going to be just like okay but not great, or is this going to be another classic like Halloween Kills? So we'll see what happens. Let's see. So the first thing I want to talk about is the timeline here. Okay.
Well, I was just going to say what I love about the 2018 and the Halloween Kills is it got back to the original timeline. So for me in my brain, that's very helpful because this is a franchise that skips around and does different things and retells stories, and it gets confusing for me. So I like getting back to the original timeline. Yeah,
canon is really fucked. I mean, if you look back at all the different canons they've had, do you realize Laurie Strode has had 3 different kids?
Yeah.
For each time, like in each timeline. Like she had Josh Hartnett as a kid, and then Halloween H2O, once they'd rebooted. But before that, in the old timeline, she'd had Jamie Lloyd, the famous Jamie Lloyd, right?
Right.
Played by Danielle, what is her name?
Oh, I don't remember. Harris.
Yeah, Danielle Harris. There you go. So those were 2 different sets of kids there. And now when they rebooted again, they gave us a whole different thing. They gave us Karen. She always has one kid. That's what she does, one kid. So they gave us Karen, and now, of course, we also see her grandchild as well. So, and I'm sure in 20 years when we reboot again, she'll have a whole nother kid, and that kid will have a kid, and then that kid will have a fucking kid. We're eventually going to see Jamie Lee Curtis at age 100.
Yeah.
With like just tons of familial.
And Michael Myers is still going strong.
Yeah, they'll just keep writing different ways that he can be that old. So, all right. So anyway, let's get into it. Let's talk about everything. And I mean everything that we know so far about Halloween Ends. You ready?
Yeah, what do we know?
Well, almost nothing, actually.
What?
Almost nothing. No, they've been very tight-lipped. Right. The cast and the creators and everybody have been extremely tight-lipped about what's coming. So I don't have a lot of news to report. There were a couple of rumors a while ago that have sort of been squashed. So there's not a lot to say, but I will tell you the one thing we know for sure, okay?
Okay.
All right, so the last one, Halloween Kills, and the one before it both took place essentially on the same night. It was Halloween of 2018.
Yeah.
Now, do you think this one also takes place in 2018 on that same night?
I hope not.
No. Right. The new one, Halloween Ends, will actually be taking place this year in 2022.
Okay.
Do you know what this means?
What does it mean?
Well, this means that even in a horror series with blood, guts, beheadings, so much violence that it's horrific at every turn. Even they prefer to just kind of skip over the years 2020 and 21.
Right?
They probably had a bunch of business meetings and they're like, 2020 was a little too horrific even for this series. Let's try to keep this somewhat family friendly. And they're like, guys, what are you talking about? You hung someone from a tree.
Yeah.
There was the fucking entrails that we saw in Halloween Kills were unbelievable. Yeah, still, we just don't want to go as dark as 2020 and 2021. Let's just try to skip over all that shit. I mean,
right?
There was just too much bullshit.
Yeah. Even Michael Myers can't compete with the government and the governors in 2020 for the most kills.
You're not even kidding.
Right?
The truth is, we talk about, like, in Halloween Kills, there was, like, more kills, I think, than in the previous films and such. But you're right, none of that could compete at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
my Lord.
Like, Cuomo alone, remember with the whole nursing home scandal?
Yes.
Oh, he easily 10x'd
Right.
Michael Myers kills from the whole franchise.
Yeah.
Right? In just one foul swoop.
No serial killer has had that kind of success.
Can you imagine in Halloween Ends, Michael Myers just sends a bunch of COVID patients to a nursing home. Like, I don't know how he gets that kind of power.
Yeah.
But that's his new move.
Right. Michael Myers is not that lazy. He likes to take charge and do it himself.
Yeah, he's not afraid to get his hands dirty.
Right.
You wouldn't see Michael Myers on the fake news talking about how like it wasn't his fault and it was the best choice to make. You wouldn't see him talking at all. He doesn't say a damn thing.
Now we're talking about Michael Myers like he's more virtuous.
Yeah. Here's another thing too. You know, they were probably like, I imagine in the writer's room, they were saying, well, look, if we address 2020 and 2021, you know, where are we going to get all those masks? I mean, sure, we're the Halloween franchise. We don't have enough masks to put on every fucking buddy in sight. It's too many masks. We can't get all those. We're just going to have to skip ahead and just try to get to 2022 when there's at least a little bit of normalcy.
Yeah.
At least somewhat. I mean, fucking ridiculous. Wouldn't it be great if the media starts going after Michael Myers about like inclusion and having enough variety in his kills?
Oh
like, if they're like, well, sure, you kill like 30%, white men, but do you kill transgender people?
Oh
and
my
do you
Lord.
go after gay people? Yeah, wouldn't that become
okay.
So,
Let's move on.
That starts becoming their thing. They feel like he's not discriminating. Anyway, all right.
Well,
funny.
yeah, he's an equal opportunity.
Yes, he does go after everybody.
Murderer.
All right, let's talk about the real shit going on here.
Yeah.
So, we don't know a lot, honestly, but we do know a couple things. Let's look at where we left off in Halloween Kills.
Mm-hmm.
And again, guys, spoilers, obviously. I think that should be obvious at this
It's the
point.
only way we do it.
Yeah, there's no other way. All right, so the big ending in Halloween Kills that I thought was really great was that he killed Karen.
I was shocked. That was so shocking.
Were you really?
It was for me, yeah.
I didn't see it coming in the narrative, but in the back of my head, I thought that's what they've got to do.
I did not see it coming in the narrative at all. And I mean, I got an inkling, like when she went up the stairs alone to the room and was looking out the window, I'm like, oh no, this is bad. That's when I knew. But prior to that, I didn't expect any more kills. I thought the killing was done in the movie at that point. Yeah.
And when you do, I mean, historically in old school films, horror films, when someone does try to revisit the scene of the crime, and Michael kills a lot of people up there, that's kind of his place. When you ever try to go back to where the killer's like kind of favorite spot is, that never ends well.
Yeah.
But we did think Michael was done at that point too.
Yep,
it was pretty well anyway. So his killing Karen. See, I thought of it as it kind of needed to happen because. Even though I didn't see the setup right away, I felt like it sort of needed to happen because in the end, let's face it, Halloween Ends is going to end this way. Of the three women, of the three generations of Strodes, you got to have only one left. One has to beat him, and the other two have to be gone.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I think that's got to be.
Oh.
And who's going to be left? Well, it could have been Karen, but I don't imagine because they set her up from the beginning as being... She's the least important of the three women, right?
Yeah, I could see that.
She was the naysayer in the 2018 film.
Yeah.
The naysayer is never going to go on to be the last girl, like the final last girl. That's not the way it works. Oh. So the last girl had to be either Laurie Strode finally killing him like she did in H2O, or it's got to be Allison, who Allison is really the one. I think it's clear. Allison is the one they're going to pass the torch.
The granddaughter.
Right. And even though Halloween Ends, it's called Halloween Ends, she will then likely restart a whole new series. So what they're really saying with the name Halloween Ends, I think, is this series of Halloween is going to be done. And then Allison's story really gets going from there.
Wow.
Right. So that's probably
All right. That would be something.
I think that's probably what they want, but I think they're going to have to wait and see how well Halloween Ends does, what the fan response is like, and then also if the actress wants to come back. By then, she might say, look, this is 3 movies, I'm done. I've got other opportunities.
Yeah.
So hard to really say. Kind of like with Star Wars. I think that was originally what they were thinking for Daisy Ridley's lame character and that horrible trilogy. I think their thinking was if the actress...
like a visceral response on my part.
It's terrible, but I do think that was the idea, was that if this really does well and if the public really likes her and if she's doing the rounds on all those stupid women's shows like The View and all that shit, if she's really got like the cult of personality happening, and if the movies did well, they would ask her to do a whole nother Star Wars series. But obviously that would have been the dumbest idea ever for them.
Yeah.
With Allison, I could see it working out. So far, that actress doesn't seem to be getting a ton of other work. She seems to be somewhat limited for the most part to this. This is the biggest thing she's got. So if Halloween Ends does really well and makes the kind of money the last two made, then yeah, I would think that's probably where they're going to go. Again, I'm assuming that they're gonna not kill her off. I can't imagine they kill her off. I think that the way the template is going right now is we see a final showdown like this. Okay, here's my prediction. The final showdown is going to be Michael versus Laurie, Allison, and a guy. I don't know which guy, but one of the cops or somebody is going to be surviving. So there'll be a final showdown there. In that showdown, the guy goes first, right? Michael kills him.
Of course.
And then in a final moment between him and the two women that are left, Laurie's going to end up sacrificing herself.
That's what I was going to say.
Right?
Yeah.
She'll have to kind of jump in the way to protect Allison or something like that.
Yep.
And then Allison will be the one to get the final kill against Michael.
Yeah.
And Allison hasn't killed anybody yet.
No.
So she's watched everybody around her get killed. But so that'll be interesting if that's what happens. And I think it is. But that brings us to the rumor, right? The rumor has been from the actual actors and people involved in the film. The rumor is that this is ending very differently than anybody's going to see coming.
I know. I'm so curious.
And that we're not going to like the ending. Let me take you back to the Jamie Lloyd days for a minute, a couple of canons ago. What they were trying to do there between Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 was have Jamie take on the curse of Michael Myers, which we haven't even, the curse wasn't even explained yet, but they were trying to have her essentially like become the new Michael Myers, right?
Yeah.
And the end of Halloween 4, lots of spoilers here, guys. I hope you've seen every Halloween movie because I'm ruining everything. At the end of Halloween 4, the idea was, why don't we make her the killer in the next film? And then, of course, reality set in, and it's like, come on, she's a little kid. What are you going to do? Unless you go forward 10 years, or more than that even, she's not going to be a real threat. And now you've got a female killer, which especially back then was very weird. Even now, I think that'd be a little odd.
Yeah.
And she's a likable character. You'd want to see her be redeemed because we already saw her as a sweet little girl and all that. So that idea was ridiculous. I don't know how anyone at the movie studio could have thought that was going to work, but it's too weird. I have a feeling they're going to try to go that way now. I think that's what the actors are talking about.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think
they're going to revisit something that has already been tried and scrapped.
It never really got tried, though. It got alluded to because at the end of Halloween 4, she does that one stabbing to her mom, and then that's it. By the next movie, they wrote it out. They just kind of bypassed it. And
never mind.
They explained it, but anyway. So I think that in this one, I think they could be setting us up to where Allison becomes the killer because she's seen nothing but death in the past 4 years. You know, and not from the Wu flu. But real, you know, she'll have lost her dad, her mom, her grandma by then, her boyfriend, her boyfriend's dad, her boyfriend's dad's friend, a lot of other people in town. I mean, just unbelievable, right?
She's an orphan on many levels.
Yeah, and a kid. She's still in high school. So that's a lot of loss. So I don't really know. I guess you could make her the killer in the next series. I just also think, again, when you already like her, see, we never liked Michael Myers, right? So it's a little different. There's no reason.
We saw him as a kid, but only as a killer.
Yeah, he was a killer right from day one. He had a bowl of cereal, and then he killed his sister. He stabbed her in the tits.
Oh, geez.
Is the terminology that
that is how they said
around. So anyway, I think that's what's going to happen. But I don't know. Maybe in the end, Michael just wins. Maybe that's how this all goes down.
Maybe.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Look, these rumors about how we're all going to hate the ending and all that, I think maybe that's just hype because they don't know what else to say. They want to keep our interest, and they know that that's the way to do it.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's intrigued me. So if that's their plan, it's worked.
It'd be interesting if Michael Myers does die, but you know how he could die?
How?
Wu flu. What if?
Right.
What if right after his final kill, he stands up all triumphant, right?
Yeah.
Remember, it's the year 2022 now.
And he starts coughing?
Yeah, and he realizes, shit, I've been masking up this whole time, and I've done my share of social distancing. However, I failed the number one thing is I never got my I never got my jab, and that now he drops dead as well, and so now all of Haddonfield is gone. I mean, everybody's Haddonfield's gone. Everybody's wiped out from one of the two big killers. Anyway, listen, guys, like, subscribe,
hit the like button.
Yeah, dude, click the bell icon. You'll get more dumb videos like this, more stuff about Halloween, Cobra Kai. Yeah, drop comments for sure. We'll see you next time.